Hello Grace, how are you?
I'm very good. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too, a real pleasure. My first question to you is, how did you actually get involved in fashion?
As a kid, I'd always dressed up. It was a part of an escapism for me. You know, my upbringing wasn't that happy, but this thing, dressing up, like trying on different personalities, made me happy, flight of fantasy. And that became part of my personality. I was very creative, so I ended up doing art, various forms of art, and drama as well. And I decided not to, well, I went to art school to do a foundation, and then they said there's no way you're going to become a fine artist, and I was like, oh no. So I did textiles, which led me on to doing a fashion degree. I knew that I would never be a designer, however I had the same vision, but not the kind of drawing ability. So it's kind of led me on to the styling thing. So I did a degree at London College of Fashion, and then led me on to my first job at Showmanship. And then left that, kind of went, it was great, but it wasn't styling, so I left after 4 years to become a stylist by hook or by crook. I must have been mad.
Okay, and when you look back over the last few years, what was the turning point for you that got you into where you are now? What would you say was the most important point in your career?
There are different things that mean things for different reasons. You know, I was really lucky when I first started. I already knew Rankin from working at Showmanship, and so working with him already set me at a different level than most people just starting out. I think that working with the Sunday Times style, which happened a few years into my career, that was a massive turning point, and through them I started working with brilliant celebrities. And then getting Britain's Next Top Model, because that started a completely different part of my career. That's opened me up to TV, that's opened me up to Twitter, and I have all kinds of incredible different feedback now. So that's led me to have more of a voice. So now I'm not so much the girl behind the camera as the one in front, and I love talking about the various different meanings of fashion to different people. It's huge! That's the thing I'd say first and foremost. I hosted the main stage last year, and it sounds even more exciting this year. I mean, it's, for me, I love doing live work because you really are there with the audience, you know, and it's a performance, but it's you're not edited. So it's my responsibility to get people excited, to explain what's happening, and it's just really great to see all the excitement. I think the clothes show is a really important fashion experience for people who don't want to necessarily get involved with the fashion industry itself, but we all enjoy clothes. We all enjoy you know, what we wear every time we get up in the morning, expressing ourselves through what we wear. And so I think the clothes show has lots of different elements to that. Yes, there's shopping, but there's also education. There's seeing a catwalk show, with some people never have that experience in their lives. You know, I speak to girls on Twitter, they're like, oh, you know, I want to experience fashion, but I can't afford to come to London. So we're in Birmingham. It's a really great way to bring people together, and I believe that everybody should be able to enjoy fashion. I'm a bit biased because I host the main stage, and the show is phenomenal. Carl Willett styles it, and he also styles Paloma Faith, so there's real kind of fashion knowledge there, there's showmanship, there's, I have to say, some semi-naked guys, which, you know, if that's your thing, then, you know, it can be quite exciting. But I just love the sheer scale of it. You know, you don't see shows like that, the size of that in London. Really, you'd have to go to Paris to see a show that 6,000 people can see. And I just love the fact that it's not like, oh, your name's not down, you're not on the list. Everybody can come to this if they want to, so it's not elitist at all. So the main stage is really exciting. It's great to see Top Model and the clothes show working together. It's like, you know, it's like the meeting of fashion minds and bodies. And so everyone gets a bit of, you know, you can experience walking like a model, so you can see how difficult it actually is. It's not that easy. You know, you can sit and then see the professionals at work. It's, you know, it's a holistic experience. And also we've got new graduates. We've got an arena which is all made in Britain stuff, so you can be inspired by people who are manufacturing in the UK. This is a really important message, I think, well, especially for me, but also, you know, you've got Mary Porter's working at it, and I hope it would inspire the young entrepreneurs out there to want to stay in the UK, to build businesses in the UK in the fashion arena. Everything's going on there. What, in my work or on Top Model?
In Top Model.
Well, the five finalists of not this year but the last year, I got to model for a designer that I was working for in London Fashion Week. So we had Tiffany, Joy, Alicia, and Charlotte. I think that was it. They all, you know, I was putting my money where my mouth is. You know, it's fine doing a TV show, but will these girls work in the industry? So I got them to do a show with me. That was really good fun. It's been great seeing Alicia doing the America and the UK's one, and she's a fiery young thing, and she can really hold her own. Obviously, it was, you know, it's amazing. It's always amazing working with new young girls because they need help, they need guidance, they need the mentoring.
So, there are lots of young women out there who want to become a model these days. What advice would you give them?
I think being realistic about what being a model is. It just doesn't cut it being a pretty girl.
Okay.
You have to be you know, people think that Kate Moss, you know, she's 5'7", and now girls can be 5'7". They can't. They have to be 5'9", at the very least and above. It's only a very, very special girl that can be short and get away with it. You have to be very thick-skinned. You have to have a lot of personality, but know when to apply it, not be like gobby and personality all the time. So I think there's a lot of, to be really successful, it's not just being beautiful, but it's also being sensitive in the right times. It's being knowledgeable about your industry. It's about networking for your own part, not just letting your agent do it. It's just, I think being an all-round kind of intelligent person helps you get along, because some people think that being a model you just have to be pretty, but it's not like that.
What music are you listening to these days?
I listen to Radio 6 music, so yeah. I'm a bit of an indie girl, I have to say. But on the pop side of things, I love Marina and the Diamonds. Her look is like, she's just brilliant, and she's got soul and she's got intelligence, and if you read her blog, she's really into the way women are represented. I just downloaded, there's an album called Northern Exposure by Sasha and John Digweed, which was a limited edition, which I stupidly, when I've got rid of all my CDs, and I got rid of it, and I didn't realise you can't get it. You can't get it on download. Oh! So I've managed to find it on YouTube, so I'm listening to that, and what's the latest album I've bought? I bought the PJ Harvey album that came out a couple of years ago, and then I listened to it non-stop, back to back, non-stop, and then I stopped listening to it, and then I've listened to it again a lot recently. I'd have to get my iPhone and show you my 25 top play. But I also DJ, so it kind of it roams from kind of sort of 90s house to kind of sexy 70s, a bit of disco, thrown in with, I don't know, I wouldn't DJ with it, but something like Philip Glass. When I was showing in London Fashion Week, I was with a label called Petra. There's an amazing DJ called Pandora's Jukebox, and we put together a track with Philip Glass, the Cocteau Twins, and something else. But you can find that track on her website, Pandora's Jukebox.
Brilliant. My final question: are you looking forward to Christmas? And if so, what are you looking forward to about Christmas?
I'm looking forward to Christmas much more for some reason than I ever have done before. I think it's because I'm looking forward to my first Christmas with my husband.
Wow.
It's our first, and he's taken time off. So, and we've been both working flat out. So, just to have some time off and to be together, it'd be really nice.
Okay. Grace, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for the interview. It's been a real pleasure.